This is Secret Origines #1, and it is the not-so-secret origine of Superman, but it is the Goldie Age Superman, which is my favourite version of Superman. It's a bizarre decision to lead with for your first issue, and originally for a version of a character who was not even considered canon anymore when this comic came out. We've got a cover here, and it is a reference, kind of a loose tribute to both Superman's first appearance, where he is angry with a car, and then to the Justice League comic that reintroduced the Goldie Age stuff, Earth Z and that, you know, with them looking like a crystal ball. It feels pretty pointless to go our Superman's origine, since everyone already knows it, and the only real major difference between Goldie Age Superman's origine is some of the spellings and some dates, and he jumps instead of flying. It starts off on a galaxy's shittest planet ever, Krypoton, and Superman, he's just a super baby, and his dad, who is called Martha, he's like a big brainiac on Krypoton, and he has tried to warn the bloomin' Science Council of this shitty planet that the planet's core is gonna do a big explosion and kill them all, but they didn't listen to him. Krypoton is an archaic society of blind zealots who still believe in slavery and think that science is the work of the devil, but it's okay cause Martha and Superman's mom, they're gonna die a horrific violent death alongside the rest of Krypoton, but they conveniently have a baby-sized rocket to send Superman away on so that he doesn't perish with everyone else. Here is a hot tip for any Krypotonians watching this video. Didn't make your spaceships to only fit one fucking tiny baby. You could have easily made one that fit all three of them. Stupid backwards space society. I really fucking hate Krypoton. It's a floating crock of shit. So baby Superman, he is sent off on a rocket and he arrives on Earth, where he crash lands in Cancer, and then he's adopted by this nice odd couple called the Marthas. They raise him as their own, even though he has got Superman powers. They give him the name Kent Clarkson, and you can see he can like lift cars, like on the cover. He's also faster than a train. And then he goes to work for the Daily Bugle, and there is maybe a cameo appearance of Biffy Baston. Then he becomes Superman, and he goes and stops a lynching. Someone's going to lynch a white person. That is good. That is progressive. Then he goes to solve a murder. And this woman, she's a murderer because hashtag women can be murderists too. And get this right. The stupid bin pulls a gun. Like that's going to do out against Superman. And Superman, he captures her and takes her to the governor. And he is able to exonerate the person she framed for the murder. And then Superman, he meets his girlfriend Lois at the Daily Bugle, and they go dancing. And then Lois, she thinks that Kent Clarkson is a coward, and it's all ironic in that because he is really Superman. And then Superman, he goes to stop the evil rapist mobsters who are gonna rape Lois, and to do this, he lifts up another car, like on the cover. He's just showing off at this point. We get it. You can lift a car, mate. Didn't make a whole thing about it. Then he smashes it, just like on the cover to Amazing Spider-Man number 306. Really clever homage to the master of all art, Todd McFarlane. And then what happens is he stops the gangsters, and Lois is in love with Superman, but she thinks that Kent Clarkson is a big coward and he is boring. And it is like rain on your wedding day or something. Who would have thought? It figures. Then they get married anyway, so take that, Michael Bryan Benson. That there is the origine of Goldie Age Superman, and I think it is good, but it needs more sex. So I rate it 7 thumbs up.